What are you starting to dislike more as you get older? Dating. I always wanted to get married but didn't find the right person. I haven't dated for 3 years because of COVID, but recently went out with someone for like 2 weeks before breaking it off. I used to find the process exciting, but now I find it exhausting and people in general to be users and time wasters. I can see a dead end way further afield now than I could in my 20s. It may bear importance that I'm a straight man. Simply because I think it's an attitude we are used to hearing more from women, which I totally sympathize with. Friends were shocked I dated a gorgeous nurse for 2 weeks and cut her loose. But I just saw all the signs this was going to get bad, and at 36 I'd rather not waste my time and be committed to someone I know won't work out, and therefore not be available for someone that might. But I also hate the whole dating process now. It's not exciting, and I'd rather date someone who wants to get married like ASAP, because I'm just sick of wasting time and I don't really feel I need more than a few months to know if this can work or not after all my experience. Concerts. My feet hurt, the music is too loud, I've become very sensitive to the strobe light effects most of them use, the fees to buy tickets are outrageous plus parking, and frankly, I get bored. It could be the greatest show on earth and I still get bored after an hour or so. There is very little music today that I would be willing to pay current ticket prices to experience. All of my concert bucket list artists are either A. Already checked off, B. Over the hill and destined to disappoint, or C. Dead. And depending on the concert, crowds. I get tired of jockeying for space while sweaty people bump into me or having some 7-foot dude stand in front of me. Me too. Went to so many concerts from age 10 till like 23. Last concert I went to, at age 40, I was looking at my watch counting down the time to leave. Might be enjoyable if I was in one of the suites with a space to retreat, sit down comfortably, etc., but way too expensive. I still love concerts. I'm a musician since I was old enough to hold an instrument, and nothing makes me happier than live music. The prick in front of me at every gig with his phone in the air is beginning to ruin it for me. I would go to more if it weren't. Doors at 7 p.m. Show starts 8 p.m. Reality, main act finally gets around to showing up at 11 p.m. and I got work tomorrow. Pick stuff that matters, start the day with a leave, and wear ear protection. People. Nobody knows what respect is. My one friend who repeatedly says they don't care about people, shows me more respect than almost anyone else. They don't care about people, and even they know how to not be unnecessarily rude and judgmental. I don't know why it's so hard for most people. Agree. I can even look past the rudeness and judgy behavior because I honestly don't freaking care anymore. What really gets me is the lack of social awareness, like, is it really cool to be up in someone's personal bubble? Should I maybe not block an entire supermarket aisle with my cart? Maybe not everyone in my vicinity wants to know about my son's whoring wife. Can we just run our errands and live our lives without inadvertently being intrusive or obstructive? I hate people. Respect has died. I received an email about 4 pages long from a friend critiquing pretty much everything about me without any context or acknowledgement of their own issues. It then said, "Don't respond to this email, I want to talk about this in person." Nope. This email is one of the several reasons I do not want to be around this person, and yet they hang around my house daily, literally walk down my street, and they don't need to, are constantly busy, so we haven't been able to see each other in person, and a slew of other things. I've tolerated a lot of weird behavior from them, and while there are 2 things in this email that I would apologize for, again, this is not worth my time. I've found that the friends I have who don't create constant drama, even if we aren't all so close as I was with this person, are far more worth my time. I know these feels. I'm 37, and I'm so sick of dating. I'm sick of the game you have to play to just get someone to talk to you or show the least amount of attention to you. Tired of actually getting to the actual meeting up and dating part, only to have a great time and then get ghosted and never hear from them again. I've had really good relationships with some amazing people who I cared for deeply but just couldn't see myself being with them for many years or getting married to them. Then having to break their heart by cutting them off and letting them hopefully move on and find someone that would love them the way they deserve to be loved, because you know that it's not you. But, I'm going to keep doing it because I'm an eternal optimist and still holding out hope that my person is out there, and I just have to do the work and find them, because deep down I want a life companion I can grow old with and love. So, back to the dating apps. I work in customer service and it's opened my eyes to how a majority of the world works. Most of my customers are normal people, kind, fair, treat you how you treat them, etc. But a huge amount of people make me question how they are getting through life in general. A minor inconvenience to your day doesn't mean you gotta scream and swear and threaten everyone around you until you get what you want. Full-grown adults acting like toddlers. Also, I never realized just how dumb some people are. How much is X? We charge X price for Y product. I'll take it. Okay, so just so you're aware, I'm going to charge you X. Okay, later. Hey, why did you charge me X amount? I didn't agree to this. I'm 35, female, and in the same boat. Dating is a stressful, put yourself out there chore, but without the giddiness of my younger years. Packed. We get hitched at the end of 3 years if neither of us are already married. Yeah. A sad truth about dating is that many of the best people, for relationships, are married in their late 20s, and so the quality of the pool lessens as the age bracket rises. But at the same time, the awareness of the individual increases to the nature of people. A potent combination of wisdom and social conditions brewing a formula for staying single. Better to be alone than living with a bad partner. I feel you, man. I used to dream of finding the one, but with how people are these days, let's just say that dream went to sleep. Dating is like some weird cultural courtship process that doesn't actually work and only exists because it's the culturally reinforced notion of how to get a mate. I found my so by developing a long-lasting friendship with them, and aside from factors outside our control, we could not be happier. Even my exes, from my friend group, are still incredibly good friends with me, even if we made stupid mistakes together, because we didn't approach things as a dating thing, but like actual commitments to a relationship. We've been together for around 7 years now. I've found just going out to date is little more than, as someone else said, a job interview. I am a good mate. Please marry me and let us have good relationships together, and also maybe sex and children if you want. Fuck that, it's kind of like, why bother? I've found that establishing strong, healthy, personal relationships are more important than having a specific, the one. Finding the former is hard but comes with reaching out with things that you do and love. But if it leads to the one, it tends to be far stronger and consistent, and happier. I'm 35 and I quit dating at, 31. LOL. I felt relieved when I decided I would just have kids with IVF and sperm bank sperm, because I always wanted kids more than anything, and dating was just exhausting, weird, and I genuinely enjoy my alone time and personal space. I feel like I have to be entertaining someone and agreeing to do shit I don't feel doing to make it work. And marriage, a dude would be living in my house and in my space all the time, man. LOL. I used to think I was just getting older and beginning to adopt that whole get off my lawn crotchety old man vibe, but I don't have a lawn. So I started really looking at what I disliked. At first I thought it was people. Fucking assholes, all of them. But then I found that by and large, even if they're occasionally jerks, I don't mind them in small doses. I hate working. So yeah, work. Except I like staying busy. I like working on rewarding tasks. I only really dislike spending a bulk of my time working long hours to earn just enough to scrape by. It doesn't leave me enough time or energy to enjoy life. But is that the work's fault or the boss who sets the workload and the pay? Fuck that boss. Well. He has their boss too, who makes them do those things as well. And the owners do those things too, and their boss I guess would be profits. Or maybe the economy or inflation or some other nebulous term that nobody has any control over. So it's the system. Yeah, fuck the system. Specifically, capitalism. The idea that we all have to sell our lives away to produce more and more for less and less. Profits over people is what makes me angry. Nobody can afford to live, our retirement age is getting forced further away, minor health issues can turn into financially devastating problems, and there's no peaceful way out. But capitalism was the lie I've been force-fed my whole life. Get good grades, go to college, get a good job, work real hard, buy a house, get married, have kids, work forever, retire when I'm old and tired and maybe enjoy a few golden years at the end. It's fucking bleak, depressing as hell, and, just no thanks. The only actual thing in this world, this life, that I have any control over is my time. I'm so angry at how I've been forced to waste it. I will never get any of it back. So it's the whole profit-based, greedy corporate, hustle, capitalism system I hate. It's the cause of all of the other stuff that pisses me off too, but those other things are just symptoms. I just want a small garden, some chickens, a roof over my head, and the free time to spend with people I love. I just want a small garden, some chickens, a roof over my head, and the free time to spend with people I love. Same.